Hi everyone, I'm Tina from Angel's Morning Call.
And I'm Kiko. Nice to meet you.
Angel's Morning Call delivers the teachings of Buddha's truth by Master Ryuho Okawa. And last time we learned what happens when we die, something we will all experience one day. And we learned that the spirit world, where we will go after the body dies, is a world where you are your thoughts. The mind is everything.
I thought that in order to return to heaven, you must have the same mind as those who are living in heaven. Was a very simple but a helpful teaching for all of us. Living on earth now is like taking a test of the soul.
That's right. Here it's like a training ground, and usually we are born from the spirit world to this physical world once every 300 years. The reason is because in the spirit world, we are with others who are exactly like us all the time. So it's very peaceful, but we don't have much spiritual growth. So we're born here into this physical world to meet people of all types and have many kinds of experiences and struggle through challenges and suffering. And that way we can gain wisdom and grow.
Wow, that makes so much sense. And if this training ground is like a test for the soul, does that mean there will be a pass and a fail?
That's right. So today we'd like to learn about the world where we will go to when our training in this world is unsuccessful, and that is the world of hell. So let's listen to Master Okawa's teachings.
People have wondered from long ago why hell should exist and why God leaves it untouched. It may be natural to ask, especially if they are already in hell or near it. But if we say the heavenly world is a 50-story building, hell is only the size of the basement. Hell only has 5 basement floors. But there are 50 stories above the ground. This is the basic structure of the spirit world. Heaven is overwhelmingly large, and hell is only the small part below ground. The fact that the underground exists shows that there is a passing mark. There is a failure for our spiritual training as children of God. Those who live in a selfish and egotistical way will face consequences. There's a certain passing mark that's necessary to enter heaven, and those who don't reach it will find themselves in hell. There's a minimum standard that we as children of God need to meet to move up from hell to heaven. There's a certain way of life that we are expected to pursue in this world. And there will always be some who do not clear this minimum requirement. When we return to the spirit world, we will be judged for all our motives and actions, and we will continue to live in much the same way we do in this world. Those who do not know their inner world will be in big trouble after they die, and that's why I would like these people to open their eyes to the truths while they are still alive.
Wow, thank you, Master Okawa. Well, we might have thought that heaven and hell rival each other in size, but Master Okawa said something differently. We can find today's lecture in this book, The Hell You Never Knew and How to Avoid Going There. Don't you love this title?
Wow.
It's so exciting. Yes, and Master Okawa explained on page 13, this is the basic structure of the spirit world. It predominantly consists of heaven, and hell is only the small part below ground.
Comparing the spirit world to a 50-story building made it so easy for me to imagine it. So hell is only the basement part of the building, and actually the rest is heaven, world of light.
That's right. Heaven is divided into different dimensions according to the different states of mind. So, for example, like the state of mind of a person with gratitude, or the state of mind of a selfless angel, or the state of mind of a god. And hell, which is in the lowest dimension, consists of various kinds of hell, depending on the state of mind. And today, Kiko brought something really interesting.
So I brought some pictures of hell. Let me first start with a sure hell. So this is hell of anger. People who live here are constantly fighting with each other. Yeah. And secondly, this is hell of the bloody pond. Ooh, I don't want to go there. So people who live here have abandoned their dignity as children of God and lived animalistically while alive. And we have hell of mortar. People who live here they push others out of the way just for the sake of winning their competition. For example, like exams in schools or promotion at work.
I see.
However, we see here an angel.
Thank goodness. Yeah, there's an angel because hell is like a hospital for the soul where the soul can rehabilitate. So once we correct our minds through self-reflection, it's a chance for an angel to come down and lift you up out of heaven, guide you up to heaven. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So while we are still alive in this world, we have a chance to return to heaven if we keep right mind, a righteous mind, like a mind full of thanks or a mind full of faith. But we also have the risk of falling to hell, like the hells that we just saw, if we leave our minds full of negative emotions and feelings and desires.
Yeah, so that is why various religions preach us that this world is not the only world and that there is a world after death. And they teach us the importance of awakening to this truth and living with pure heart. And they are trying to let people know of the true meaning of life, and they are leading many people to heaven.
That's right. The religions of the world keep trying to guide people to those important spiritual truths. Yeah, because all the major religions of the world are guided by one source, God, the Creator, El Cantare. And that's why they all have the same goal, to guide people to spiritual truth. Throughout history, God has been sending down prophets, messiahs, saviors to guide humanity, and He never abandons us. God really loves us.
Oh, I truly think so too. But some of you might be thinking, why would a compassionate God let hell exist? I would like to share with you the words of Master Okawa about the intention of God in allowing hell to exist.
Yeah, please share.
So Master explains it in Spiritual World 101, page 140. Okay. So please think of the spirits in hell as people who are sick. They are not in their true form at the moment. They have become ill due to insufficient exercise, overeating, or working too hard. Do you really think that this is sufficient reason to eliminate them, or to say they really should not be allowed to exist? If you think deeply about this, you will come to understand that Buddha is so merciful that he has been waiting for quite a long time for the spirits in hell to come back to heaven. Yes, so the truth is, hell is like a hospital for the souls who have become sick. And in the lecture earlier, we've heard that self-reflection is the key to get out of hell and go to heaven. So if you fall to hell, it is important to realize that your soul is covered with dark clouds that blocks the light of heaven. But if you reflect on it, you can go back to heaven. Yeah, so no matter how many times we fail, God does not give up on us, and God is waiting for us to come back all the time. So God expects us to learn from our mistake and recover our true selves.
Recover our true self. That sounds great. We're all souls born from heaven. You are a soul born from heaven. Please remember. So if we keep learning from our mistakes and keep gaining wisdom through experience, through this precious training ground, we will find our way back to heaven. Well, today we learned from the hell you never knew and how to avoid going there. If you read this, you'll find more detailed descriptions about the various hell realms.
Let's deepen the understanding of hell through this book together so that we can return to the world of light, heaven.
And that's what we're going to learn next time, the world of heaven. So see you next time.
Bye.